It is hard to believe it has been 14 years since the attacks on September 11th. And as the years pass, the memories of those lost on that day are never far from our minds. And just like 14 years ago, our national pastime perseveres. Tonight, it's the Phillies and Cubs in Philadelphia. Hi, everyone. Alongside Matt Stairs, I'm Greg Murphy in for Tom McCarthy tonight. Game 1 of 2, a doubleheader after last night's rainout, Matt, and the Chicago Cubs are in town. And that might be good news for the Phillies because the last time they saw the Cubs, well, they kind of dominated.
Well, they did. The three-game series in Chicago, the Philadelphia Phillies hitters were unbelievable. Take a look at the graphic right here. In the three-game series, they had 21 runs, 40 hits. Now, the number that jumps out to me is the 21 extra base hits. It did not matter what the Cubs were throwing up there. They were hitting the ball left field, left center, right field, off the foot for base hits. It did not matter. These guys were locked in, and it was nice to see these guys play the best baseball during that three-game series.
Well, it'll be a tough task tonight because they have to face a guy who 2 starts ago threw a no-hitter. Jake Arrieta's on the mound for them.
Yeah, this guy here has a potential to throw a no-hitter every time he takes the mound. He's having a tremendous year. There he gets a fly ball to right field. Then all of a sudden he comes up in the 9th inning. Jimmy Rollins, strike 3, looking fastball, utter third. Then Chase Utley's hard curveball down inside, which the league is hitting under 200. And there they go celebrating another no-hitter in Cubs history. But these guys, you know, they have a game plan. And one thing about Jake is he goes out and he wants to throw strikes. You can see right here his last 10 starts since the All-Star break, 8-1 with an 0.91 ERA. Opponents are hitting $1.53, but the number that jumps out to me is 1 home run, which means he's not throwing the ball down the middle. He's working the corners. He's keeping the hitters off balance and making some quality pitches.
And you saw that one loss since the All-Star game. That one loss came to the Phillies, and it took a Cole Hamels no-hitter on the other side to get that job done. So it will be Jake Arrieta on the hill tonight for the Cubs. Adam Morgan will get the ball for the Phillies. Start number 14 for the Phil's rookie. He's looking for win number 6. Pitchers and lineups coming up after this. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the official entertainment provider of the Philadelphia Phillies. By Citizens Bank, one deposit checking. Keeping things simple is helping you bank better. By Toyota, where will Toyota take you? Visit buyatoyota.com today to find out. Toyota, let's go places. And by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at ibx.com. Cubs and Phils get set to go. Game number 1 of a doubleheader. The beautiful weather is here now, but that cold weather not too far away. So tonight, all fans coming into the ballpark at the Cabrini College Knit Hat. You'll need that in a couple of months for sure. All right, tonight's starting lineup for the Cubs is brought to you by Xfinity, the official entertainment provider of the Philadelphia Phillies. Leading off and playing center field, Dexter Fowler, followed by Austin Jackson and Chris Bryant in left field tonight. Anthony Rizzo will bat fourth, followed by Starlin Castro playing second and batting fifth. Javier Baez, David Ross doing the catching, batting sixth and seventh. Jake Arrieta, the pitcher, will bat eighth, and the shortstop, Addison Russell, will bat ninth for the Cubs. And they will face Adam Morgan, making his 14th start on the season, 6-5, or looking to get his 6th win, 5-5 on the season, an ERA of 4.42, and he's been good. Matt, most of his starts, he's got to keep the ball under control.
Well, he does. He has to keep the ball down the zone. You can see the 14 home runs, which kind of jumps out to me. You can check out the scouting report. Average velocity 88.9 miles an hour, has 4 pitches, but only uses the curveball 3.1% of the time, and the leg is hitting a $167 versus his slider.
Well, after the rains last night, they have cleared out, and it is nearly perfect tonight for baseball. We will play two, the Chicago Cubs and the Phils, and Adam Morgan is ready to go. Dexter Fowler steps in. The first pitch to Fowler is a line drive to center field. Herrera has a beat on it and makes the catch for 1 out. 1 pitch and 1 out for Adam Morgan. And so that brings us to our Nissan keys of the game. What do you have for us, Matt?
Well, key number 1 for me is take a few pitches to see Arrieta's delivery. He kind of crossfires, the ball gets on you. And how about that? Morgan, quality first pitch strikes. Chicago Cubs are free swingers. They love to swing at the first pitch, so mix in some off-speed pitches as well.
So you nailed that already. First pitch to Austin Jackson is over for a strike. It's 0-1. Jackson batting .280, 8 games with the Cubs, coming over, of course, from at the deadline from the Mariners. The 0-1 pitch is a little low for a ball. It's 1-1.
It's a great pickup for the Cubs. I've seen him play in Detroit, New York, Seattle. Very talented outfielder.
Batting .293 versus left-handers so far this season. As I mentioned, just the 8 games with the Cubs, but was starting to come on late with the Mariners when he got traded, and obviously a good defensive player as well. Ground ball to shortstop, Freddie Galvis. Gets it on the hop, and pops out of the glove of Ryan Howard. That'll be an error on Howard, and Jackson is safe at first. You don't see that very often.
Oh, you can see a nice job getting the ground ball. Freddie gives a strong throw, an accurate throw. And it just hit the glove and popped out. Usually you've seen Ryan Howard using 2 hands in that situation.
Looked like he just closed his glove a little bit too early. So Jackson is aboard. E3. And Chris Bryant will step in. What a season for this young man. Batting .267. 86 RBIs, 23 home runs for the rookie. First pitch from Morgan is outside for a ball.
The last series in Chicago, the Phillies did a nice job of pitching him, keeping him off balance. One mistake they made, he had a home run to right field, but besides that, mixing a lot of off-speed pitches to him.
Fouls that one straight back. It's 1-1. He's pretty much the consensus pick for Rookie of the Year in the National League at this point, and it would be hard for someone to pass him at this point. You just look at his numbers, but interesting what they're doing with him defensively, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But playing left field tonight, of course, he came up as a third baseman. Hasn't seemed to hurt his offense, the fact that they're moving him around out there. See Joe Madden. So Morgan gets his sign. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
This is the area where I thought Bryant was struggling a little bit in Chicago. Is that elevated fastball. He's a low ball hitter. So anything above his belt seems like he's just a little late on it or just can't get on top of it.
Jackson stops and starts and goes back as Bryant swings through that pitch, and the first strikeout of the night for Adam Morgan. Second out of the inning. During the 2015 season, Turkey Hill, the official ice cream of the Phillies, will contribute $100 for each Phillies victory and 5 cents for each carton of Phillies Grand Slam ice cream, sold to support the Phillies youth baseball and softball programs. So 2 outs, and Anthony Rizzo will step in, the left-hander. Batting .285, 29 home runs, 88 RBIs for Rizzo. Jackson leads off first. The first pitch to Rizzo is over for a strike.
It's a pretty good 3-4 punch right there. Bryant and Rizzo.
Yeah, that's not bad. 52 home runs between the two of them. That can't even add up the RBIs, to be honest with you. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's ball. 1-1 to Rizzo. Morgan working quickly as Jackson takes his lead off first. And throw over. Chases him back.
Be interesting to see if Jackson tries to steal second base. You know, one, if you steal second base, you lose that hole in between first and second. But 2, then all of a sudden you start pitching around Rizzo, and then you can attack Castro. Even though he has been swinging the bat better, I'm going to take my chances on Castro than Rizzo.
Yeah. Starlin Castro waiting over there in the on-deck circle. Morgan has his sign from Carlos Ruiz from the stretch. Here's the 1-1 pitch inside for a ball. It's 2-1. Rizzo's been swinging a hot bat of late. .298, 7 doubles, 13 home runs since July the 29th. Just a little bit more than a month. .2-1 pitch, fouled straight back. So it's 2-2 now to Anthony Rizzo.
His first off-speed pitch he's seen today. Previous 3 pitches were 2 seamers inside. That slider right there, you want to get that a little lower because that's a pretty good swing, lefty on lefty.
13 pitches for Adam Morgan so far. Count is 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swung on and hit deep to right field, but that is hooking foul, and that'll go out of play. Jackson will have to go back. He was running.
The Bears.
I guess we have some Chicago fans in town. I think they must be twins. Morgan has his sign. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. So the count remains 2-2.
That's one of the reasons that swing right there, Anthony Rizzo is hitting .285, is that he takes something off his swing to make contact. He wants to put the ball on play as often as he can, and he's willing to back off on a swing unless it's a mistake pitch.
2-2 pitch, swung on, pops straight up. Off with the mask is Carlos Ruiz as he goes over towards the Cubs dugout, but that one's just off the top of the dugout and into the crowd, so we'll do it again. That's the kind of foul ball you want on the third bounce.
Yeah, the easy one.
Yeah. You see Carlos gets a little help from the skipper. Here's the 2-2 pitch inside for a ball. It's 3-2. So Jackson's down at first. He reached on an error by Ryan Howard. Count is full to Anthony Rizzo. They don't hold Jackson on. The pitch is high for a ball, so he walks him. So a good at bat by Anthony Rizzo results in a walk. The second base runner for the Cubs. Rizzo saw 9 pitches in that at bat. That'll bring up Starlin Castro. Batting .254 on the season. 7 home runs, 52 RBIs. But as you mentioned, Matt, he's been hot of late in his last 35. Batting .330 is Castro. He was just starting to come out of that when we saw the Cubs in Chicago. And he is really broken free of that slump at this point. First pitch from Morgan is over the inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Jackson on second, Rizzo on first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung and missed. It's 0-2. Now to Starlin Castro.
Another good slider right here. You know, Morgan throws two different sliders. One that'll go straight down, almost like a changeup rotation. And then the one that he struck Bryant out, the hard slider down and in. Sometimes I see the pitches, I go, is that a changeup or a slider? But it's a very good pitch because it's low and the location's perfect.
0-2 pitch lined out to left field. Going back on it is Francoeur, and that's the third out of the inning. So Adam Morgan able to pitch around an error and a walk and get out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first. No score in Philadelphia. Citizens Bank Park, the 29-year-old who played his high school ball in Plano, Texas, played his college ball at TCU, and really is having his best season as a pro. Here's who he'll face tonight against for the Phillies. Today's starting lineup for the Phillies brought to you by Xfinity, the official entertainment provider of the Philadelphia Phillies. It'll be Cesar Hernandez, Freddie Galvis, Odubel Herrera, 1, 2, 3. Jeff Francoeur will bat fourth. He's playing left field. Ryan Howard is fifth and playing first. Altair, Ashley Ruiz, 7, 8, 9, and Adam Morgan batting ninth. He is your pitcher. And Jake Arrieta is ready to face Cesar Hernandez. First pitch is high and outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Here you see Arrieta's numbers. 18-6. That's tops in the National League in terms of wins, an ERA of 2.03. He has been absolutely terrific this season.
Well, he has, and he is a guy, you see the scouting report, he's a 4-pitch pitcher, average velocity is 94.5. Lefties are hitting $164 versus him, which is tops in the major leagues. And when the lefties put the ball in play, 58.7% of the time, it's a ground ball. So he's having late movement and a very good cutter.
He is tops in all of baseball against left-handed batters, as you mentioned, 164. He's ahead of, it's 2-1 right now to Cesar Hernandez. Swings through that pitch. It's 2-2 now. Today's Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Gene Bartz from Percy, Pennsylvania. If the Phillies hit a home run in the game, Gene will win $200. That pitch is a little high for a ball, so it's a full count to Cesar Hernandez. Hernandez batting .270, just the one home run, 32 RBIs. You see Freddie Galvis waiting on deck in the 2-hole tonight. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. So the first strikeout for Arrieta. One down here in the bottom of the first.
this is a 92-mile-an-hour, I guess you could call it a cutter slash slider. Mm-hmm. He shook 3 times to get to it, and he has a confidence in throwing that slider. League is hitting a $194 versus that pitch right there.
That'll give you confidence.
Yes, it will.
So Freddie Galvis steps in. First pitch to him is over for a strike. It's 0-1. Freddie batting .268. 6 home runs. 37 RBIs. Breaking ball from Arrieta. Misses. So it's 1-1.
You know, we're going to give you some numbers throughout this game. And it is amazing the numbers that he has thrown up this year. Batting average versus his pitches.
That one bounces up there, so it's 2-1. Freddie Galvis. Yeah, he is having truly a breakout season. He's won double digits before, but nothing like he's been able to do this year. And as you pointed out at the beginning of the program, since the All-Star break, he has been virtually unbeatable. Yeah. 2-1 pitch, swung on and lined foul into the seats. He evens the count at 2-2.
Well, it's totally different, too. When a pitcher gets on the mound, he has the confidence. He is in that zone, being able to throw his changeup, his curveball, his fastball, and a slider when he wants to. It's just all about confidence.
2-2 pitch, ground ball. Rizzo has it, flips to Arrieta covering. That's the second out of the inning. So that's the second out of the inning. Take a look back at his no-hitter. So this was on August 30th versus the Dodgers. You see he threw his fastball half of the time and used his other pitches as well. Only 1% of that changeup, and it's a good changeup, but I guess he felt like he didn't need it that night, and he certainly did not. 30% sliders as well, so he was masterful for sure.
Yeah, there was. And a lot of people are talking, is a slider a cutter, is it a slider? I think it's too hard to be a slider. 92, 93-mile-an-hour slider is more of a cutter. But whatever it is, it's awful good.
Well, Odubel Herrera will step in, batting at even 300. He takes that first pitch over for a strike. It's 0-1 to Herrera. Well, 29 2/3 innings right now for Arrieta, not allowing a run. In a groove for sure. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Reading a little bit about Arrieta, he's talking, he thinks his physical side of his game is pretty much the same as it's always been, but he thinks mentally he's kind of gotten an edge up. And he obviously looks so confident out there right now with his tempo. It's working for him. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Second strikeout of the inning for Arrieta, and the Phils go down 1-2-3. So after one full inning, still no score. At the top of the second when we come back. Cubs this weekend. We'll have 2 tonight, of course, and then tomorrow at 7:05, the Cubs are here as well. Then on Sunday, remember, the Philly Fanatics one-man band DVD, free to all fans, 14 and under, courtesy of the New Jersey Education Association. Only September weekend to enjoy baseball and some great weather here at Citizens Bank Park. You can order your tickets at Phillies.com. Javier Baez steps in for the Cubs against Adam Morgan. Swings through that first pitch. So 0-1 to Baez. Baez batting .320. Former #1 pick for the Cubs. He was called up when the rosters expanded, but they really like his defense. Ball's inside, and they think if they make the postseason that he may very well be a part of it.
Well, they might like his defense, but I like that first pitch change that they threw to him.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's grounded foul and into the Cubs dugout. Yeah, they said his offense isn't quite where they need it to be at this point. They're hoping that comes around. But he's got a little bit of pop. 9 home runs in 52 games last season for the Cubs. And they had a pretty good season in Iowa as well this year. That one's also fouled off. The end of the bat stays 1-2.
Yeah, as a third baseman, you kind of like to see a little more thunder in the bat. But man, he's very good defensively, and you're building your team around a team that's throwing a lot of ground balls. You need a really good defensive third baseman.
Well, here's the 1-2 pitch, and again fouled back. So we'll do it again. It remains 1-2. You know, Joe Maddon's Cubs team has really struggled defensively this year, and he was talking about getting a guy like Baez who can really settle down in infield and play a terrific third base. So that's what is so attractive about a guy like that going forward. And swung on and popped up. Shallow right field. Aaron Altair is fighting the sun, makes the catch, and that's the first out of the inning. But this Cubs team, well, they are very much in the thick of things in the National League. And Leslie Goodell, what a difference a year makes, for sure.
Yeah, and if you look at their overall numbers, Murph, it's not that different. It is where they are in the standings, because this time last year they weren't even looking at a run in October. Now they are, and here now the lows never stop improving profile. And look at the turnaround that they have made over 138 games through last year. They were 14 games under 500. They are 22 games over 500. The numbers not that different. Pitching numbers have even declined a little. They're scoring a little bit more per game, 3.8 runs last year per game to 4.2 this year. But the most important number there, Murph, is that they are tied for the wild card lead with Pittsburgh, and they have a chance at playing in October, where last year they weren't even looking at something like that.
Yeah, and it has really electrified the city for sure. And everybody knows the story about the Cubs and how long it has been since they've had success. The ultimate success, obviously winning a World Series, and they are excited about their Chicago Cubs in Chicago for sure. As David Ross grounds out to Freddie Galvis for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up the pitcher, Jake Arrieta, batting in the 8th spot for Joe Maddon.
Leslie, you all right? I saw a ball come down that way during warm-up.
I'm a bit of a magnet over here right now. I think I should move. Yeah, this is not a safe spot for me today.
It never is, trust me.
And last time I was down here, by the way, there was a squirrel that decided to play around down here, too. So I am not looking for any excitement during this game, okay? At least not over here.
We'll do our best as Arrieta swings through that. It's 1-1. Jake Arrieta. Arrieta batting .143, does have a home run this season. It's in the dirt. It's 2-1 now to Jake Arrieta.
Old school, Jake, going with no batting gloves.
You think that's just to save time when he gets back into the dugout?
Yeah, probably. Or he's getting pine tar off his bat for the ball.
2-1 pitch, swung on and fouled back into the stands. So it's 2-2 now.
Ben Davis would have a field day he would absolutely love, because Ben Davis never wore batting gloves.
Right. Morgan has his sign. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball, shortstop. Galvis is up with it. Throw to Howard, and that's the third out of the inning. So an easy inning for Adam Morgan. They go down 1-2-3. We'll head to the bottom of the second. No score. Check out a special encore edition of the Comcast Network's morning show, Breakfast on Broad. Rob, Jillian, Sarah, and Barrett discuss the Phillies' future in the front office, and former Eagle Jeremiah Trotter stops by to talk about the Eagles' upcoming season. Check out Bob Saturday afternoon at 4 right here on Comcast Sportsnet. And, of course, every morning, 6 to 8 on the Comcast Network, Breakfast on Broad. Jeremiah Trotter. Always good to talk to the Axeman. No score here at Citizens Bank Park. Jeff Francoeur will be leading off for the Phils here in the bottom of the second. Francoeur, 270, 12 home runs, 43 RBIs. He steps in against Arrieta. First pitch. Swung on, grounded right back at Arrieta. Nice play. Tosses it over to Rizzo for the first out. So that'll bring up Ryan Howard.
Frenchie gets jammed just a little bit. Good reaction by Jake on the mound. Turns and does the proper thing of clearing the mound and making a strong throw to first base. A lot of pitchers will stay on top of that hill and throw the ball away. So you need to clear yourself off the mound and make a strong throw.
Be a little off balanced up there. Yep. There you see Ryan Howard's numbers on the season. First pitch to Howard is a little bit low for a ball. It's 1-0. 21 home runs and 72 RBIs, but he is in the midst of a career-long 0-for streak for 29. Takes that one a low and outside for a ball, so it's 2-0 to Ryan Howard. Matt, you've been there.
Been there, done it?
Yeah. So what does Ryan need to do?
Get a hit.
Just any way possible, right?
Yeah, and I think you're seeing with Ryan, he's having some pretty good at-bats.
2-0 pitch, line drive. That one's out in right field, but there's Austin Jackson. It's been that kind of streak because he has hit the ball hard in his latest at-bats, but Jackson right there to pull that one in.
Well, he has. He's hit the ball well. His last game, you remember Markakis did a diving catch in right field. This is the key right here, solid contact. It's frustrating because you cannot, it feels like there's like 8 outfielders and 13 infielders. There's no holes out there.
That's the way it always felt when I was up.
But you know what's going to happen is he's going to hit one off the end of the bat. He's going to hit a little scoreboard down the third baseline and then start raking again.
Aaron Altair steps in from the right side. Altair batting .246. 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Altair. It's a little high. It's 2-0. Two outs here in the bottom of the second. The 2-0 pitch. That one is hit well. Belted to deep left center field, and That's gone. So a home run is the first hit for the Phillies. Aaron Altair, his third home run of the season. And the Phillies jump on the board first. It's 1-0. And with that home run, Gene Bartz from Percy, Pennsylvania has won $200 courtesy of the McDonald's home run jackpot. So congratulations, Gene. And no doubt about that one.
No doubt. There was a mistake pitch. It's a little cutter up in the zone. Foot down early, head down, barrel to the ball, and drives it deep to left center. Very nice swing.
So the first hit of the evening for the Phils is good for their first run as well. Kodiashi steps in now, batting .244. It's been a little while since Aaron Altair had really turned on one. It was good to see. She's outside for a ball. It's 2-0. All of a sudden, it looks like Jake Arrieta is struggling a bit with his command. Aaron's still smiling about that. Ground ball, foul. Past Juan Samuel.
Well, it just goes to prove that it doesn't matter how good you are on the mound or what kind of numbers you have. Pitching behind the big league hitters, eventually you'll pay for it.
Well, he's behind right now to Kodiashi. Count is 2-1. 2-1 pitch. We're going to miss. It's 2-2. It was Altair's first home run since August 27th against Miami. Count is 2-2 to Kodiashi. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball over the outside corner for a called third strike. So that's the third out of the inning, but the Phils get on the board courtesy of Aaron Altair. Left center field into the seats, and the Phils have a 1-0 lead as we head to the third. On Phillies.com. Go to the fans section for all the information, and please submit your answer on the subject line. Matt, the question is, who was the last Cubs rookie before Chris Bryant in 2015 to hit 20 or more home runs in a season? That answer will be revealed later in the game. While you think about that, see, proudly wearing the USA hockey sweater.
Jersey.
Addison Russell steps in, swings at the first pitch, fouls it off, so it's 0-1 to Russell. Mentioned at the top of the show, obviously September 11th, and all over Major League Baseball. The players and coaches and the fans remembering 14 years ago, of course, as are all of us. Some of the fans here showing their pride as well. quickly ahead of Russell. 0-2. Here's the pitch inside and high for a ball. It's 1-2 now to Addison Russell. Batting .243, 13 home runs, 44 RBIs for him. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Second strikeout for Adam Morgan, and it's the first out here in the third. Think Energy, the smart choice to power your home. Go to mythinkenergy.com/Phillies. Thinking Energy. Always. One out, top of the third. Dexter Fowler is up. He flew out to center field, his first at bat. First pitch to Fowler is over for a strike.
Nice curveball. Curveball that we do not see a whole lot from Adam Morgan, and it is a very good one.
And that one is lined into left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. So Fowler is aboard. That's the first base hit for the Cubs. Third base runner for Chicago. That'll bring up Austin Jackson. Fowler just able to serve that one out in the left field off the end of his bat. So with one out, Austin Jackson steps up. He was safe on an error in the first. Runners going, fouled back. Fowler will have to go back. He got a great jump. Hey, big Matt.
It was a pretty good jump. It's a hit and run swing. I take that back. It's a straight still swing because he did not look in.
It's 0-1 now to Jackson. It's over for a strike, so it's 0-2. Jackson followed by Chris Bryant, waiting on deck. Morgan gets his sign from Ruiz. Checks the runner. The 0-2 pitch is high and inside for a ball. It's 1-2.
I like that, though. A couple of times, Jackson, Russell got ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Fastball up and in. Stand their hitters up.
Swung on and swing and a miss. Strike 3. Third strikeout for Adam Morgan as Austin Jackson goes down. That'll bring up Chris Bryant with 2 outs here in the third.
Well, this is that slider we talked about in the open and earlier in the game. That's the swing and miss slider he wants to strike out people with. He has one he'll throw for a strike and they'll drop straight down. That one there's a 2-strike slider, which is very good.
Nice job by Carlos Ruiz as well. Keep that one in front of him. So Chris Bryant steps in. First pitch to him is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Chris Bryant, the reigning rookie of the month of August. Morgan chases Fowler back. From the stretch, the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
It's a tough pitch for hitters to make contact or lay off is the slide step changeup, because the slide step speeds up the hitters, so you think you need to cheat. You pull the string, and that's what happens. You get hitters way out in front of an off-speed pitch.
He swings through that one as well. And he's ahead of Chris Bryant, 1-2. Bryant struck out his first at bat. Adam Morgan looking to do it again. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. So the second strikeout on Chris Bryant on the evening. The 4th strikeout for Adam Morgan total. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. Getting it done when he needs to is Adam Morgan. Got Chris Bryant chasing on the outside pitch. And we'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. Phil's lead at 1-0. Where will Toyota take you? Visit buyatoyota.com today to find out. Toyota, let's go places. By WB Mason, you can't go wrong when you buy right. And by Chevrolet, visit your local dealer at chevydealer.com. Bottom of the third, Carlos Ruiz steps in, fouls the first pitch back. Phillies with a 1-0 lead thanks to the home run by Aaron Altair. Carlos batting .218 with 2 home runs, 22 RBIs on the season. The 0-1 pitch swung on, line drive just out of the reach of Addison Russell. That's a base hit. So Chooch is aboard. The leadoff single here in the third. So that'll bring up Adam Morgan.
It's a nice swing right here. Good effort by Addison Russell, but just out of the reach of his glove.
If he was 2 inches taller, he gets that. So Morgan up there to move the runner along.
Yeah, he did. Oh, wow.
And he says no, says the third base umpire, Eric Cooper.
There. Keep the barrel out front.
Ruiz gets his lead off at first. Morgan squares and gets that one foul. It's foul ball. They'll do it again. It's 1-1 now to Adam Morgan. Yeah, these are the moments where you need your pitcher to get a bunt down. It has been a struggle for the Phillies.
That was a little better technique. You know, the key is when you're bunting is you got to use the lower half. It's not all upper body. It's a pitch that is low. You don't drop the barrel. You go down lower with your legs. You crouch a little lower. A lot of people think you have to drop the barrel of the head. No, you need to keep that barrel above the hands.
Squares around again. This time gets it down. It's fielded by the third baseman Baez. It goes to second to get Carlos Ruiz over to first. Not in time at first, but nice play by Baez to get the lead runner, Carlos Ruiz. Obviously, you know who you have running there, and you think you have a chance, and he's able to pull it off. And now time for our Geico quote of the day. Leslie Goodell, what do you got?
That would be a quote by Cubs starter John Lester endorsing his fellow starter Jake Arrieta as the wild card starter. He says, quote, he's the best pitcher on this team right now. He's probably the best pitcher in the league right now. Certainly hard to dispute that. If you take a look at his numbers, 12-1 in his last 15 starts, and that one loss coming against the Phillies when Cole Hamels threw his no-hitter. He has 18 wins. The last Cubs starter to have 18 wins was Carlos Zambrano back in 2007. And Murph, I'm going to put you on the spot. Tell me who the last Cubs starter is to have more than 18 wins in one season. I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
Former Philly as well.
John Lieber.
There you go.
I'm going to say John Lieber.
There you go. 20 wins in 2001.
That's teamwork there. Thank you.
He was my teammate.
Cesar Hernandez takes that one a little bit low for a ball. It's 2-0.
He was my teammate that year. His last start of the year, he got the 20th victory.
There you go. Adam Morgan leads off first. 2-0 to Cesar Hernandez. He swings, base hit, back up the middle. And Morgan will stop at second. So 2 on for the Phillies with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. You know, her point is a good one, though. It's really, at this point, hard to argue about Jake Arrieta and being the most dominant pitcher, at least in the National League. Certainly Zach Greinke's in the conversation. There are others, but what he's been able to do this season has really been impressive.
Well, and especially when you're coming down to games that you need to win. You know, you're coming down in August and September games, and to go with his record, what he's had since the All-Star break, that is what you're looking at as an ace. And if they need to have a wild card pitcher, he is the guy that you want on the hill.
Freddie Galvis takes that first pitch from Arrieta over for a strike. It's 0-1. There you see John Lester. Phillies will catch a break. They don't see him in this 4-game series. Pretty good 1-2 punch for sure for the Cubs. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 now to Freddie Galvis. Runners on first and second. 1 out in the bottom of the third. You mentioned what Arrieta's been able to do since the All-Star break. How about in his last 15 starts? He is 12-1 with an ERA under 1, .99 ERA.
It's amazing.
It really is. Freddie Galvis fights that one off, fouls it back.
You know, and I know we've talked a lot about his numbers and stuff, and we should because he's having a tremendous year. If I'm looking at his numbers, I see 193 in the third innings pitched. 135 hits. Unbelievable to have that many hits in that many innings.
Freddie Galvis pops that one out of play. It's foul. They'll do it again. You know, when you just look back at his career and you see what he's been able to do this year, you know, he has to keep it up. He has to do it next year and the year after and the following year. But you know, he signed for a year. He's arbitration eligible. Certainly, it'll be a nice payday for him coming off of this season. But you know, you wonder if the Cubs are going to think about locking him up for the long term.
18-6 with 2.05 ERA.
You think about it, right? 200
punch-outs, 44 walks. There's a pretty good chance he's going to be my number 2 for many years.
Well, he's got 2 on and a 1-2 count to Freddie Galvis from the stretch. Foul back. Freddie's battling against Jake Arrieta. Phil's already 3 hits against Arrieta, and 1 run as well.
That lady just got a room service bounce off a chair.
Arrieta getting a sign from David Ross. Not on the same page. Freddie Galvis asked for time. Now they have it. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Freddie Galvis. Swing and a miss, and he got it. 4th strikeout for Jake Arrieta, and 2nd out of the inning. And that'll bring up Odubel Herrera. Time now for our Coors Light Cold Hard Fact. Take a look at the most road wins by a National League pitcher, and it is Jake Arrieta with 11 road wins this year. The guys on the list: Bumgarner, Ponca, Garrett Cole, Zach Greinke as well. It's a pretty good list. That'd be a pretty good 1 through 5, wouldn't it? Someone could pull that together.
Zach being the number 5.
Yeah, that'd be okay. Likes pitching on the road. Well, 2 outs. Odubel Herrera steps in. Herrera struck out his first at bat. First pitch to him is a little bit low for a ball. Morgan's on second. And Cesar Hernandez on first. Herrera looking to do a little 2-out damage here in the bottom of the 3rd. Swung on and ground ball to first base. Rizzo picks it up, flips it over to Arrieta, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. So the Phils get 2 base runners, but can't push anything across. And we're through 3 here in Philadelphia. The Phils have a 1-0 lead. Pods. Great tasting coffee at amazingly low prices, delivered free the very same day when you order by 11:30. WB Mason knocks it out of the park. Who but WB Mason? And again, as the nation remembers, Major League Baseball does as well. We shall not forget September 11th, 2001. On the basis here, we see some of our military men and women in the crowd here tonight. And as always, thank them for what they do for us on a daily basis. Nice group of military folks here tonight. Always good to see. That little one is not having a good day, though. You see the flags at half staff tonight in Citizens Bank Park, as they are across all of Major League Baseball and government buildings across the country as well. 14 years ago today. It is truly hard to believe. We begin the fourth inning. Anthony Rizzo steps in. He walked his first at bat. Takes that first pitch from Morgan outside for a ball, so it's 1-0. 1-0 pitch is over for a strike, so it's even at 1-1.
Pretty good location with the fastball, just missed outside. Rizzo is what you call a stubborn hitter. He looks for his area until he has 2 strikes, and then he goes that battle mode.
For a big guy, he sees a lot of pitches. It's outside for a ball, so it's 3-1 now to Rizzo. He's one of the guys in the Cubs lineup you just don't want to give in to. You don't have to. See Castro waiting on deck. Morgan has the sign that he wants. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It's fouled in front of the Phillies dugout, so the count is 3-2 now. Full count to Anthony Rizzo. It'll be Rizzo, Castro, and Baez. Bat here, the Cubs bat here in the fourth inning. 3-2 pitch, ground ball, first base. Ryan Howard, the nice pick, flips it over to Morgan, covering. Nice play by Morgan as well, as the flip was a little bit behind him, but able to make the play, step on the bag for the first out of the inning. So a nice play all the way around by Howard, and then Morgan to get the first out.
No, he does a nice job going to his right. Nice soft hands right there. He gets up. The key is that, yeah, it was a little, the flip was a little high, but the key is for a first baseman to get out of the glove quick and show the first baseman right away. If it's a bad throw, then the pitcher can make an adjustment to cover on first base.
Morgan catching his breath a little bit. He did a nice job, ran right to the line and then straight up, able to get his foot on the bag. So 3-1 goes the put out. 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Starlin Castro is the hitter. Check swing. No, says Ben May down there at first. That one's over for a strike. It is 1-1. Quinn Walcott behind the plate tonight, calling the balls and strikes in game number 1. Ben May over there at first. Ryan Blakeney at second, and Eric Cooper, your crew chief, is over at third. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Thought that caught a piece, did you?
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good location with the fastball.
2-1 pitch, grounded foul. That's the third base coach, Gary Jones.
Jones, third base coach, was my manager back in the Edmonton Trapper days back in 1987, 86.
2-2 pitch inside for a ball. It's 3-2. The Edmonton Trappers. Okay. Baez waits on deck. Ground ball, third base. Cody Ashe has it, fires across, a nice pick by Ryan Howard on the low throw. That's the second out of the inning. A reminder that on Sunday at 1:35, the Cubs will still be here, and the Philly Fanatics one-man band DVD is compliments of the New Jersey Education Association and free to fans 14 and under when they come through the gate. Cubs are here for this 4-game weekend series, Friday through Sunday. Remember, order your tickets at Phillies.com. So 2 outs now. That'll bring up Javier Baez. Baez flew out to Aaron Altair in right field in his first at bat. Takes that first pitch over for a strike. Morgan working quickly. There's the 0-1 pitch. A little bit high and outside for a ball. 1-1. Those pitches are close, though.
No, they're close because it's where Chooch is setting up. He's hitting the glove, unless Chooch is setting up just a little off the plate to try to get guys fishing after it.
1-1 pitch, line drive, center field. That's a base hit. So Baez has a 2-out single. And that'll bring up David Ross. Just the second hit for the Cubs. Ross grounded out in his only at bat back in the second inning. Morgan seems to be, well, his tempo's good. He's working quickly, and he seems to feel pretty confident out there.
Oh, I like what I see. I like the fact that he's using that curveball as well once in a while.
Pitch from the stretch now, and the first pitch swinging is David Ross. It's popped up a mile high to right field. Aaron Altair has it, and he makes the catch for the final out here in the top of the 4th inning. So 1 base runner, but nobody pushed across, and the Phils still lead it 1-0. (1-800-JEFF) now or visit jefferson.edu. And by your Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Delaware Valley Honda dealer or visit DelValHondaDealers.com. Bottom of the 4th, Phils with a 1-0 lead. Richie Ashburn out there in Ashburn Alley. And Jeff Francoeur will be the first to face Arrieta here in the 4th. Francoeur grounded out back to the pitcher in his only at bat. First pitch to Francoeur is low and outside for a ball. It's 1-0. It'll be Francoeur, Howard, and Altair in the bottom of the 4th. Fouled back. One hopper. Outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Arrieta from the belt. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
I love Arrieta's his delivery.
Simple.
It's simple.
Yeah.
He looks like he's going to go from the stretch. It's a simple leg lift. Getting back in that power position with the knee right there. And then exploding. Look at that.
Just out of the reach of Starlin Castro for a base hit for Jeff Francoeur. Fourth hit of the night for the Phillies, and he's aboard with nobody out here in the fourth. It's now time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag #PhillyPhotoDataStrongFan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast. It's all brought to you by T-Mobile. Leslie will have that photo for us a little bit later on in the broadcast. So Francoeur is aboard. Nobody out. Ryan Howard steps in. I mentioned Ryan Howard in the middle of a 0 for 30 drought. He hit the ball hard his first at bat. Was caught out there in right field by Austin Jackson. He swings to that first pitch. It's 0-1. And time is called. David Ross wants to have a word with Arrieta.
5 different signs down. They went fastball away, slider, change, curveball, fastball in, and then they decided on a change, which is the second one they put down.
And they decided to have a conversation about it. So Francoeur gets his lead off first. Arrieta from the stretch. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to the right side. This could be 2-1 at second. Over to first. Double play. Nice stretch by Anthony Rizzo down there at first to just get Ryan Howard. And the drought continues, and that is 2 quick outs here in the fourth.
That's a good feed. Strong throw. I like how Frenchie goes in hard to second base. Baez came on the opposite side of the bag.
Yeah, it was a 5-4-3 double play if you're scoring at home there. It's the shift. Oh, they're going to take a look at this. From up here at first glance, I thought they had him. But they'll take a look.
Be interesting to see because Rizzo catches the ball back.
No, there you go. He beat it.
It's all determined because Rizzo does a nice job of doing the splits, but he caught the ball behind him.
Yeah, you can see that. I mean, his foot is on the bag before that ball is in Rizzo's glove. He's going to be safe, right there.
Yeah.
Nice job with the replay. So apparently, folks in the there it is, safe at first base.
Proper call right there, foot on the bag, foot. Ball not in the glove yet. That's a 6-4 put out, right?
6-4, 6-5,
6-5.
Yeah, fielder's choice.
Don't see that very often. 6-5.
No, you don't. No, you don't. So that's 1 out now in the fourth. Took just 48 seconds for that replay. Get the call right. Nice job. First pitch to Aaron Altair is over for a strike. Of course, Altair has accounted for the only run in this game with a home run, solo home run back in the second inning. Ryan Howard takes his lead off first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball, shortstop. Russell has it. The throw over to second. and able to keep his foot on the bag is Starlin Castro, who thinks it's the third out, but it's not. It's the second out. So Castro will return that ball to Jake Arrieta. A nice play by Russell and by Castro to stay on that bag. Looks like Pete Mackanin and the Phil's dugout going to take another peek at that one as well. See if his foot stayed on the bag. We'll take another look.
You said, Murph, was a very nice play. Oh, yeah, nice play. He's on the base.
Doing his best Anthony Rizzo impersonation right there. You can't really tell from that angle whether or not his foot was on the bag, but Pete says, nope, I won't look at that one. So Howard reluctantly comes back off the field.
You know, and here's a player with Russell as shortstop. He kind of hurried his throw to second base. You got to realize and know who the base runner is. Alter's got very good speed. You're not going to double him up. So take your time getting a slow runner going from first to second and giving a strong throw to Castro covering.
Well, to bring up Cody Asche with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Aaron Alter leads off first. Asche struck out in his first at bat. Batting .243 on the season. Arrieta keeping his eye on Aaron Alter, who we know can fly out there on the base paths. First pitch is a little low for a ball. It's 1-0. .53 pitches for Jake Arrieta so far in the 4th. It's a 1-0 pitch. Alter is on the move, and Ross can't handle it. So that'll be a stolen base for Aaron Alter. David Ross just couldn't get that out of his glove and cleanly hold on to it.
It would have had to be a perfect throw because Alter, one, got a great jump, and two, he picks up speed as he's going.
Yeah, it was a tough pitch to handle in the dirt. Pretty low anyway.
This exchange is a little too quick.
So here's the 2-0 pitch to Asche, and that's over for a strike. It's 2-1. Curveball.
That's the curveball that Cody struck out his first at bat on.
Alter leads off second. 2-1 pitch. And it skips away from Ross, but Alter is not able to advance. It's 3-1 now to Cody Asche. Carlos Ruiz waits on deck. So good speed out there on the base pass. The base hit will probably score Alter. Asche in a hitter's count. It's 3-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. And that was way outside. And he walks him. So Asche takes his base, and 2 on now for the Phils. Carlos Ruiz will step to the plate. Chooch singled in his only at bat tonight. Back in the 3rd inning. Two-out hit would be nice here for the Phils. First pitch to Carlos is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Snap throw back to first, and Asche's able to get back. Caught Rizzo off guard as much as it did Cody Asche. So the count is even, 1-1 to Carlos Ruiz with 2 outs. Over for a strike. It's 1-2. Number of base runners in this inning for the Phils. Altair leads off second. Ashe leads off first. Arrieta has his sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball right back at the pitcher. Arrieta has it. Underhands it over to Rizzo for the third out of the inning. Phils threaten, but they can't score. And we'll head to the top of the fifth. And Phils still with a 1-0 lead. Stump the Fans trivia question answer. We asked earlier who was the last Cubs rookie before Chris Bryant in 2015 to hit 20 or more home runs in a season. Matt, after much deliberation, what says you?
Well, I had earlier, I thought it was Tyler Houston, but you told me the last name was wrong, so I had to go with Tyler Colvin.
Tyler Colvin is correct. 20 in 2010. Batted .254 that year with those 20 home runs, 56 RBIs. I told you were half right, is what I said, because I felt like you were on the right track. So Tyler Colvin is correct. Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of the Phillies prize pack. Congratulations to the winner, and congratulations to Matt.
Thank you.
For getting that right.
I appreciate it.
Leading off for the Cubs here in the top of the fifth, Jake Arrieta swings through that first pitch from Adam Morgan. Arrieta grounded out to shortstop, his first at bat. Good breaking ball by Morgan. That's 0-2 now for the opposing pitcher. He is ready to fire. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing. No, says Ben May down there at first. One-two pitch. Outside for a ball. So it's 2-2 now to Arrieta. Swing and a miss, and he got him. The fourth strikeout for Adam Morgan on the evening. And Maikel Franco, we know, guys, has not been in the lineup for quite some time. Still recovering from that wrist injury. Leslie Goodell, what's the latest on him?
Well, he hit pain-free off a tee again today, Murph. And the plan is next for him to take batting practice and then go to Clearwater. And if things go well in Clearwater and he's feeling good, they'll bring him back here. The team's goal is to get him ready for winter ball. Of course, fans would like to see him back. And Franco would like to be back. He has some incentive. Jeff Francoeur told me that after Franco had 1 or 2 home runs this year, he told him that if you hit 15 home runs, I will buy you a new suit. Franco has 13 home runs, and he has been lobbying with Francoeur to get him that suit anyway. Francoeur said he will get him the suit, but he's going to make him sweat it out a little while.
Yeah, well, leave it to Jeff to make him sweat it out for just a bit. Yeah. But, you know, hey, the deal was 15 home runs. You know, I think Jeff has a case. That one is hit foul by Addison Russell. 0-2 to him.
But see, you know, that's a great story and all, but Frenchie, he's supposed to take all the rookies out. He's the veteran. He's the guy here. Him and Ryan Howard are supposed to take the rookies out, buy all the suits for the rookies, treat them to dinner. You know, come on, Frenchie. Open the wall. Let's go.
I have a feeling that he's going to have a word or two for you.
Andres Blanco said that he has to tell all the guys that Francoeur is actually kidding half the time because of the language barrier. They're working on trying to understand exactly when he's being funny and when he's not, so that's not a surprise.
That's great. And check swing, and no appeal down to May, so count is now full, 3-2. Yeah, Francoeur is, he can be, he's a jokester for sure. That might not always translate.
Have they had a rookie initiation this year?
No, not of yet. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Popped up on the infield. Freddie Galvis taking charge at shortstop and makes the catch. That's the second out of the inning.
That would be an expensive dress-up.
Yeah, there is a bunch of rookies. You see Maikel Franco. He hasn't played since August 11th. He got hit by that pitch in Arizona.
So that's where you just step back and you say, okay, let me see. Terry, you look really good in a long white wedding gown with a long train. I put Barry Zito in that, and he wore it for 2 days.
Well, that says a lot about Barry Zito now, doesn't it? First pitch swinging is Dexter Fowler, and that's going to hook into the seats. Foul ball, so it's 0-1 to Dexter Fowler. Top of the order for the Cubs. I have a feeling that on that final 10-day road trip, that, you know, I think some of the veteran guys will get together and figure something out.
They better hurry up.
Ooh, ball's inside, moving the feet. Dexter Fowler, it's 1-1.
Because usually you do the dress up in either Chicago, you drop them off about 10 blocks down away, yeah. Make them walk. Boston would have been a good spot. New York's always, well, no.
1-1 pitch. Line drive into right field for a base hit. So Fowler's a 2-out base runner in the top of the fifth. Then that'll bring up Austin Jackson. I'm betting you enjoyed that part of the game when you were a veteran, did you not?
Absolutely.
I figured as much.
I had to dress up my first year when I was with the Red Sox in '95. They put us in go-go boots. Can you imagine my legs in go-go boots?
I'm trying not to.
Those poor heels.
Fowler gets his lead off of first. Morgan from the stretch. He's going to chase him back. Jackson is 0 for 2 on the evening. He struck out his last at bat. He was safe on an error in the first inning. First pitch is over for a strike. 1-1 to Austin Jackson. Go 1 pitch. Grounded foul. Past Jonesy. So Morgan is ahead of Austin Jackson, 0-2. And that one is foul over the Phillies dugout and back into the crowd. So the count remains 0-2. Five strikeouts already for Adam Morgan. Fowler leads off first. 0-2 pitch is high for a ball. It's 1-2. Pete Mackanin probably liking what he sees from his rookie left-hander. 1-2 pitch, a little inside for a ball, so it's 2-2 now to Austin Jackson. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Thrower to first. There you see Morgan's pitches by inning. A real nice job. 84 pitches total. This is pitch 85. Swung on, line drive down the left field line. That's in for a base hit. Fowler's around third. He's being waved around. Here comes a throw from Freddie Galvis to the plate. It's a little off line and safe at home is Fowler, and that's going to tie up the game. A nice at bat by Austin Jackson, and his 2-out double evens it up at 1-1. Just inside the line down there, the left field line.
There's a slider off-speed pitch up in the zone. Fouled by Farrell, for a couple of feet. Fowler coming around from first base. Luckily, he was going on the pitch. Frenchie did a nice job of playing the wall down there and getting it quick.
So that'll bring up Chris Bryant, who has 2 at-bats tonight and has 2 strikeouts at the hands of Adam Morgan. But always dangerous. First pitch to Bryant is inside for a ball. So Jackson has his leadoff second. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. 1-0 pitch. Well, outside low. It's 2-0. That was line past Freddie Galvis. That's going to score Jackson. Francoeur picks it up, fires back into second, but Chris Bryant's going to go head first into second base with a double. Back-to-back doubles, and the Cubs, just like that, have a 2-1 lead. That one was hit hard and just out of the reach of Freddie Galvis.
This ball is smoked to the left of Freddie. Gets by him quick. Nice quick swing. Ball down in the zone. Back-to-back huge doubles for the Chicago Cubs.
Now all with 2 outs. Morgan was able to get the first 2 batters. Arrieta swinging, and Russell popped out to the shortstop, but then a single by Fowler and back-to-back doubles by Jackson and Bryant. And that has prompted a visit from Bob McClure to the mound. Wants to talk things over with Adam Morgan. When Walcott comes out to break things up. What's the message there, do you think?
Well, probably just to calm down a little bit. Get the last out here. You fished a good game so far. Really just kind of giving you a mental break.
Well, he's got 2 outs. Runner on second is Chris Bryant, and Anthony Rizzo steps in, the left-hander. 0 for 1. He walked in his first at bat, grounded out to Ryan Howard in the 4th. First pitch to Rizzo is swung on and missed. Back into the glove of Carlos Ruiz. This will be the 90th pitch of the night for Adam Morgan. Takes a look at Bryant and fouled back by Rizzo. So he's ahead of Rizzo 0-2. the 7th 0-2 count of the evening for Adam Morgan. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one is popped. Foul. Giving chase is Cody Ashley, but he's going to run out of room. So the count remains 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, lifted into left field. Jeff Francoeur going back on it, right at the edge of the warning track, and he makes the catch. So we're able to get out of the inning without any more damage, but 2 runs to cross the plate. So we thank our men in uniform tonight here at Citizens Bank Park. The #1 live streaming sports service. College students enjoy a back-to-school offer with 35% off discount. Blackouts and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.com.tv today. That is a great way to keep abreast of everything happening in Major League Baseball, for sure. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Cubs now with a 2-1 lead. Adam Morgan will lead it off for the Phils. First pitch from Arrieta's outside for a ball. It's 1-0.
All right, you're on your own.
Big hat from Morgan. He fouls that one off the end of the bat. Play, so it's 1-1. Swing and a miss. Morgan laid down a bunt. Attempted sacrifice bunt. His first at bat. He was safe at first on a fielder's choice. It's now 1-2 to Adam Morgan. On top of the order for the Phils, Hernandez, Freddie Galvis. Wait, he fouls that one off. It remains 1-2.
That was pitch number 65.
Efficient. Although it does seem like he's run some longer counts, but here's the 1-2 pitch, and that's over for a called strike. 5th strikeout for Jake Arrieta. And it's the first out of the bottom of the 5th. And that'll bring up the top of the order. There's that knit cap, sponsored by the good folks at Cabrini College, that was given out to all fans tonight. Don't quite need it tonight, for sure, although some folks are wearing it. I love the American flag on the side. Cabrini College, year in and year out, just delivers an awesome hat this time of the year, every year. Cesar Hernandez bunting. That's a good one out in front of the plate. Quick throw by Ross, and got him by a step. David Ross quickly out on top of that and makes a nice strong throw to Rizzo. It was bang bang, but Pete Mackanin saying, hey, let's hold on a second and take a look at that. And there you see he got him.
Yep.
Just got him. It's a good thought by Hernandez, trying to get on.
You know, it is a good thought, and I like the fact that he's actually attempting to bunt. I think he turns and squares just a little too early. So when he turns and squares, all the hitters in the all the fielders start charging. You know, if he can disguise that just a little later and maybe drag one with him, he'd pick up a lot more knocks.
Freddie Galvis is swinging first pitch, fouls that one out. You know, it's something he did a lot earlier in the year. I want to say he has 7 or 8 bunt hits so far this season using his speed. Most of them, though, down the third base line. Yeah. So that one just out in front of the plate, and Ross was able to get out there quickly and make a play. David Ross, not much of an offensive player, but he is well respected behind the plate. One's over for a strike. It's 0-2.
You know, and that's a situation right there. You have no balls, 1 strike. Bad time to think about bunting. Because if he does throw a ball like that, next thing you know, you're back in the hole. Even worse, 0-2. Always hated people trying to bunt, no balls, 1 strike.
Now Galvis is buried 0-2. Ross puts down the sign. The 0-2 pitch, fouled straight back. Remains 0-2.
That was a pretty good curveball to hit right there.
There's Cesar Hernandez, who went through that prolonged slump in the month of August, but really has started to come out of that.
That's a good no ball, 2 strike hitter's pitch. Hitter's pitch.
Just missed it. Here's the 0-2 pitch. One's line drive, 1 bouncer to the shortstop. Strong throw by Addison Russell across to Anthony Rizzo, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Well, that looks good. A little funnel cake here at Citizens Bank Park.
Hint, hint.
We're headed to the 6th. The Cubs up 2-1.
For the Phil's rotation. Each time Aaron takes the mound is a clear indication on why so many thought he was ready for the major leagues a year after being the 7th overall pick. Tuesday night he dazzled again, locating his fastball with precision and keeping the Braves hitters off balance all game long. 7 strikeouts, 7 shutout innings, and his 6th win of the season was just the latest NOLA performance. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless.
There is Aaron Nola, who has done a real nice job for the Phillies since being called up. Here you see his numbers on Tuesday as he beat the Braves. No runs allowed in 7 innings. Just what the Phillies needed. Adam Morgan doing a good job as well. Give up a couple base hits in that 5th inning. Looking to settle down again here in the 6th. First pitch to Starlin Castro is over for a strike. It's 0-1. Castro 0 for 2. Fly out, ground out. The 0-1 pitch is fouled out of play. It's 0-2. Phils do have a little bit of action out there in the bullpen.
Nice play.
Very nice play. That's why you bring your glove. Hector Neris out there. Take a look. Never a doubt. It's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing, and that one's fouled out of play. And an even better catch. One-handed grab. What does he have in his hand? A hot dog? That was pretty impressive. You're going to have to take my word for it. It was impressive. That one is served out to right field for a base hit. So an 0-2 and a check swing for Castro, and he gets a base hit. First hit of the inning. So one aboard, nobody out. And that'll bring up Javier Baez. I mentioned Hector Neris warming up in the Phil's bullpen, right-hander. Baez 1 for 2. He singled in the fourth. First pitch over for a strike. That one is going to find the hole between Galvis and Ashe, and back-to-back singles to start the sixth. 2 on and nobody out. Leslie Goodell, take it away.
All right, Murph, thank you. As promised earlier in the game, we've selected the Data Strong fan photo of the game. Today's photo comes from @PhilsFan46. Bodie wearing his Phillies hat to cheer on his favorite team. Tweet your strongest fan photo to Philly photo, Philly-photo-data-strong-fan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. And I don't know, Murph, you think, does he look more like a Bodie Miller or maybe a Boda Safa from Point Break?
I'll go with Bodie Miller. And fun fact, Leslie Goodell's dog also named Bodie.
After the Boda Safa from Point Break.
There you go. We're going to have a pitching change as the first 2 batters have reached safely here in the 6th inning. So Adam Morgan's night is done. Hector Neris will be the new pitcher for the Phils when we come back. The Cubs have a 2-1 lead. NFL, including the Eagles season opener against the Falcons. Plus, hear from Eagles quarterback Sam Bradford and Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan. Catch Quick Slants presented by Nissan tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 only on Comcast Sportsnet. Football season is underway. Patriots with a win last night. Meanwhile, Hector Neris will replace Adam Morgan in this one. The first 2 guys have reached safely here in the top of the 6th. There you see Neris' numbers. 24 games, an ERA of 4.06. It's done a pretty good job for the Phillies. Second part of the season. But nobody out with 2 men on here in the top of the 6th. Phil's trying to keep this at a 2-1 deficit. And David Ross will step in for the Cubs. First pitch is swung on and missed. So 0-1 now to David Ross. David Ross batting 189 on the season coming into the game, but you saw his numbers against right-handers, 208. Time is called. Maris from the stretch. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Strikeout would be key here.
Well, if he throws another nasty changeup like that.
He has his sign. Time is called again.
This time it was Chooch. Never step back just a little too quick, and Chooch is like, okay, I have no idea what he's throwing.
Well, they're on the same page now. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. David Ross goes down swinging. First strikeout for Neris, and it's a big one in a big spot. That's the first out of the inning.
Well, this is just a nasty split. See the bottom drop out, below the barrel. Way out in front of it, and missed it by that much.
Well, that'll bring up the pitcher, Jake Arrieta, batting in the 8 hole in a big spot in this game. 2 on. First pitch from Neris is outside for a ball. There you see the runners. Castro second, Baez at first. They both singled to start the inning. That one's over for a strike. It's 1-1. Pete Mackanin hoping that Hector Neris and the bullpen can keep it right where it is. Give the Phil's offense a chance to come back in this one. It's just off the outside corner. It's 2-1. Neris steps off.
Yeah, they gotta slow it down a little bit because Baez is at first base. As you see that big protection that he wears over his hand for sliding. He has a walking lead, so any ground ball, he's going to get on either the second baseman or shortstop very quickly.
That one's high for a ball. It's 3-1.
And he's three quarters. He's a quarter of the way to second base. So it's not a bunt situation. It's 3-1. Ryan backs up a little bit. Now what happens is Baez has to go to a smaller lead, which gives your middle infielders a quicker chance to roll a double play.
Here you see the lead right behind Howard as he creeps in. 3-1 pitch is all 4. So he walks the pitcher. Well, that's not what you wanted for sure. So Arrieta is aboard and the bases are loaded now for Addison Russell. I asked you a couple innings ago, in between innings, to explain Arrieta in the 8 hole. And, you know, position player in the 9th hole. We see it. Joe Madden does it. Other guys do it as well. I guess this is one of those situations you're pretty happy that you did.
Well, and I think what happens is that, one, your pitcher's hitting in the 8 hole. If he makes an out, you still have your 9-1-2 coming up, which is getting more guys on for your big boppers, top of the order.
And speaking of big boppers, that one's a line drive down the left field line. 2 runs are going to score. Francoeur's throw comes back in to Freddie Galvis. And that is a 2-run double by Addison Russell. And just like that, the Phils are down 4-1. Well, it certainly paid off for Joe Madden in that situation. But it helps when they put your pitcher on board with a walk.
See where he's set up away. Chooch wants it low and away. First pitch fastball. We always talk about location. Comes back inner half. And Russell lines it down the left field line for a 2-run double.
So Hector Neris not out of trouble quite yet. Runners at second and third, just one out. Top of the order up for the Cubs. Dexter Fowler, who singled in his last 2 at bats, 2 for 3. That's a ground ball to the drawn in infield. And a snap throw over to the shortstop. Freddie Galvis now chasing down the runner. Interesting decision by he. Obviously had the out at first too, but gets the out at second as Jake Arrieta was drifting a little too far off second base. So now runners at the corners with 2 outs. You don't see that very often.
Well, I think what happened there was that Arrieta at third base he's not going on contact. And it's the lack of communication or knowing the signs that, hey, I have a pitcher in front of me, I am not running. You can see right here. And he just takes off and realizes, oh, the ball has to go through. Heads that play by Cesar.
Yeah.
An easy out.
That was Addison Russell, of course, at second base. And that one is a line shot by Austin Jackson, but right to Cesar Hernandez. So Hernandez able to be a part of the final 2 outs of that inning. 2 runs to score here in the top of the 6th. Phillies trail by 3. Of the Philadelphia Phillies and by the Quality Plus Ford stores. Go further. 2 runs in the 5th and 2 runs in the 6th for the Cubs. They lead it 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. There's Hector Neris, able to get that first strikeout, but then victimized by a walk to the pitcher and a double by Addison Russell, and those 2 runs come across. So the Phil's offense has some work to do, and it'll be Odubel Herrera who will try to start that off here in the bottom of the 6th. Herrera's 0 for 2 on the evening. He struck out and grounded out. And the first pitch swinging, ground ball to Rizzo, who bobbles it, but still able to get the throw over to Arrieta for the first out. Adam Morgan's numbers on the afternoon: 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 4 of them earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He threw 98 pitches, 68 of them strikes, but kind of lost it in the 5th and the 6th.
Yeah, he had a chance to put some hitters away in the 5th inning. Couldn't get guys away, especially Jackson after he hit the double. He had 2 strikes on him. And then Bryant came up and followed with another double.
Well, with 1 out, Jeff Francoeur steps to the plate. Ball's outside for a ball. Francoeur 1 for 2. And it swings a line drive center field. Dexter Fowler going back on it, and he makes the catch. Fowler got a nice jump and was able to pull that one in relatively easily. A reminder, the Reading Fightin' Phils are in the Eastern League playoffs, and they're taking on the Binghamton Mets. Games at First Energy Stadium tomorrow and Sunday, if necessary, and Monday, if necessary, as well. Remember, where you can order your tickets at Fightins.com and use the code Phillies, and you'll receive $3 off any ticket. You see some of those great prospects: J.P. Crawford, Nick Williams, Andrew Knapp, Ben Lively, so many other guys that have done such a good job for the Reading Fightin' Phils this year. So we wish them the best of luck. They're in Binghamton tonight. Ryan Howard, 0 for 2. And that one is swung on and hit down the left field line, but hooking foul. Hit it hard the other way. Couldn't keep that one fair. I told you that Howard's in the midst of that long drought. It's the longest by a Philly since Freddie Galvis had an 0 for 31 earlier this season. That one is grounded to Rizzo. Picks it cleanly. Is going to take it himself, take it to the bag, and that will end the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies in the 6th. We are completely through 6, and the Phillies trail the Cubs 4-1 here in Game 1 in Philadelphia. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Hector Neris still out there on the hill for the Phils. First pitch to Chris Bryant is over for a strike. It's 0-1. Saw in that little recap there that the Cubs have hit some balls hard tonight. They have 4 runs to show for it. That one is fouled back, so it's 0-2 to Chris Bryant. Bryant struck out twice, but he also had that big double back in the 5th inning that scored 2 runs. It was RBIs number 86 and 87 for Bryant. That's a new rookie record for the Cubs. Previous record was 86, held by Giovanni Soto and Billy Williams. So he has passed that with a month to play. Here's the 1-2 pitch outside for a ball. It's 2-2. Do have some good young talent on the Chicago Cubs team. 2-2 pitch. Foul. Eric Cooper makes the play. Some action in the Phils bullpen. Jenmar Gomez Just starting to get loose. 2-2 pitch. Over for a strike 3 call. Third strikeout by Chris Bryant tonight. Second one for Hector Neris. Time now for your Delaware Valley Honda Dealers game summary. Jake Arrieta, 6 innings pitched. It's 4 hits, 1 earned run. That was off the bat of Aaron Altera, his 3rd of the season. Adam Morgan went 5+, 7 hits, 4 earned, and the 5 strikeouts. A couple of big doubles in the 5th and the 6th inning have the Cubs up by 3. Anthony Rizzo steps in. And the first pitch to Rizzo is a ball. It's 1-0.
I feel like Morgan pitched a lot better than the numbers show. The 4 runs.
I would agree with that. Foul at the plate. It's 1-1. You know, he had a really good rhythm going early on. 5 strikeouts. Was hitting his spots. Just 1 or 2 well-timed hits. A couple of them with 2 outs. And that was the difference. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's fouled away. 1-2. I missed the catch. Oh, here we go. Jamie Moyer would have been proud. 2 hands. That a guy. Catch that one. That one's coming in hot. Count stays 1-2 to Anthony Rizzo. 29 home runs. Look at that. You have your crab fries, your cold beer, and now you have yourself a baseball as well. That's a full night. So 1 out here in the top of the 7th. It's a 1-2 count to Anthony Rizzo. Neris gets his sign from Carlos Ruiz. It's just outside for a ball. It's 2-2. That one is popped foul. Cody Ashley giving chase and just out of play. It would have been great if he jumped up on the tarp there and made that catch, just like Anthony Rizzo did a couple of weeks back. That was a little bit further into the seats, though. I'm sure he thought about it.
Yep. You can see right here the split finger fastball. One thing I noticed with Neris is when he gets his sign, he has the split finger fastball grip. So when he stands there and he has the ball behind his back, he has the ball in the split finger fastball grip. As a hitter, I look at forearms. Now, when he takes that hand and puts it in his glove, he doesn't move his hand at all or his forearm, so that means he's going to throw a split finger fastball. You know, it's all with the movement of the hand. Right there you saw when he went in the glove, the hand moved a little bit. So when you have that grip, because that's his out pitch, he wants to throw it, you got to get used to going in and going either grip or, and you can see the 2-seam fastball, a 4-seam fastball grip. But you have to go in there with a different grip every time because hitters will start looking for that, knowing that you go from automatically split finger fastball to whatever you're going to throw.
Get some swinging there. Tag put on by Ruiz. So the 3rd strikeout for Hector Neris. That was a changeup. These lucky fans are today's Citizens 7. They will each receive a prize pack courtesy of Citizens Bank. Good banking is simple, clear, and personal, and that's helping you bank better. Citizens Bank. That was a good, real nice strikeout by Hector Neris. And but your point is a good one. It's the kinds of things that hitters like yourself notice, and every little bit helps when you're up there in that batter's box, I'm sure.
Well, and there's a advantage. You're only playing the Cubs 7 times, and they might see Neris 1 inning or 2 innings like today. But it's just something that you want to get away from getting in a rhythm of pitchers getting in there, and it's all about people talking about they look at the shoulders, their eyes. I looked at forearms, their hands.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-1 now to Starlin Castro. Already 2 strikeouts in this inning from Hector Neris. I think it's fascinating to hear hitters talk and what it is that they trigger on. And you always said you looked at hands. That one is a line shot in center field. On the run is Odubel Herrera, but that one's not coming back. A home run for Starlin Castro, his second hit, and the Cubbies lead it 5-1 now here in Philadelphia. That was a line shot on a rope.
Well, again, we go back and look at that location. Chooch wants it down, out over the plate, elevated some. And Murphy said earlier he's been swinging the bat very well. And you can just tell the way he stands in the batter's box. His last at bat he hit, a little flare to right field for a base hit. He's having fun again.
He is swinging it well. 9 for his last 16 is Starlin Castro, including that home run. So that gives the Cubs a 4-run lead. He also has a 5-game hit streak now. Javier Baez has 2 hits tonight. He takes that first pitch low in the dirt. It's 1-0. Game 1 of a doubleheader here at Citizens Bank Park tonight after last night's rain washed out the first of this 4-game series. That one's over for a strike. It's 1-1. Game number 2, Kyle Hendricks for the Cubs. Alec Asher for the Phillies. It's inside and low for a ball. It's 2-1. Matt, the Cubs very much in control of their postseason destiny, but they come into a 4-game series and the rain starts falling last night. What's the thought process for them? They do not want to get rained out on a game like that, correct? You'll have to hold that thought because that's a ground ball to the left side. Hernandez is up with it, throws him out. I'll find out that answer on the other side. That's the 3rd out of the inning. The home run by Starlin Castro gives the Cubs a 4-run lead. Bottom of the 7th. And headed into extra innings, need a boost? Well, call WB Mason and order Green Mountain Coffee K-Cup Pods. It's great tasting coffee at amazingly low prices, delivered free the very same day when you order by 11:30. WB Mason knocks it out of the park. Who but WB? Aaron Altair takes his first pitch, outside and low for a ball. Altair has accounted for the only run for the Phillies tonight in this game one. As Michael just pointed out, the Twilight doubleheader. Solo home run back in the second inning for Altair. And Arrieta is behind Altair 2-0. Phils need some base runners, Matt.
That they do.
Haven't had a base runner since the fourth. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's outside for a ball, so it's 3-0. Cody Ashley waits on deck. 3-0 pitch is over for a strike. Fastball, 93. Ground ball, second base. Castro has it. 4-3 on the putout. Leslie Goodell is standing by with the Major League Notebook. Leslie?
Yes, the Major League Notebook brought to you by St. Joseph's University. And the Astros starting rotation has suffered a blow. They have lost veteran right-hander Scott Feldman for the rest of the season. An MRI on Thursday revealed that he has a sprained right shoulder. Lucky for the Astros, they were going with a 6-man rotation throughout the month of August. They're now down to 5. So a loss there, losing Scott Feldman for the rest of the year. And Reds first baseman Joey Votto has been suspended 2 games and fined an undisclosed amount for his actions after being ejected in the 8th inning in their game on Wednesday versus the Pirates. He is appealing that suspension, so he is in the lineup tonight and batting third against the Cardinals. Murph?
All right, thank you very much, Leslie, as Cody actually flies out to Dexter Fowler for the second out of the 7th inning. Yeah, that Feldman loss for the Astros. They've been relatively healthy all season long, and they've done some really good things. But that will hurt them. But as Leslie, points out, that having 5 other guys that can take the ball, get them through September, get them to the postseason, kind of like their chances to hold on. And first pitch to Carlos Ruiz is over for a strike. It's 0-1.
How about Mark Teixeira has a fracture, and he is done for the season as well.
That's a big loss as well. That one is right over the heads. The photographers down there, right by the on-deck circle for the Cubs. It's quickly 0-2 now to Carlos Ruiz. Arrieta has his sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Outside for a ball. It's 1-2. In the dirt, squirts away from Ross. It's 2-2. Brian Bogusevic getting loose in the on-deck circle for the Phillies. Carlos Ruiz is able to reach. He'll be the pinch hitter for Hector Neris. '87 pitches for Jake Arrieta. Number 88, 2-2. Outside for a ball, so it's a full count. Carlos Ruiz battling back from a 0-2 count. There is Bogusevic. Two pitch a bit high for ball 4, so Carlos Ruiz is aboard. A reminder that Sunday, October 4th, the 3:05 versus the Marlins is Fan Appreciation Day. 2016 Phillies scheduled magnet will be free to all fans, and the traditional celebration with all the prizes and surprises that always happen here at Citizens Bank Park. Always a terrific day for sure. That's the final game of the season. You can order your tickets now at Phillies.com. So Carlos Ruiz is down there at first. He's a 2-out base runner. Here in the bottom of the 7th, Brian Bogusevic is your pinch hitter. First pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. You see Bogusevic's career numbers as a pinch hitter. He had a pinch hit home run a couple of days ago for the Phillies. His first hit since being called up. That one catches the outside corner as well. Cutter at 91.
It's a tough pitch right there.
It is. It is. Very late movement.
Well, and as a hitter, you just give up on it because it's out of the strike zone when it leaves his hand. And the next thing you know, even if you swing at it, what are you going to do?
Probably roll it over.
Yeah, or hit a weak fly ball to the catcher.
Here's the 0-2. And that is squirted down the third, past the third base bag and down the left field line for a base hit. Or you do that. You reach out and punch it to left field. That's a base hit for Bogusevic.
Yeah, he kind of made us look dumb, didn't he?
Well, that's all right. We'll take that.
Nice job. This is a changeup, actually.
Yeah.
It goes out of the zone, low and away, well off the plate. But does a nice job protecting, putting the ball in play, and a lot of good things happen when you put the ball in play.
Yeah, Baez was playing well off the line, and he was able to just punch it right past him. So, with 2 outs, the Phils have 2 base runners, and the top of the order is up. Cubs scored a few of their runs with 2 outs. See if the Phils can do the same. Cesar Hernandez steps in from the left side. 1 for 3 tonight. And first one squirts by Ross straight back at him, but no chance to get Carlos Ruiz down there at third as he's in standing up. So both runners move up. Runners on second and third now. Now a base hit complete too.
It's a fastball, cut fastball. He just kind of holds on to it a little long. Between the umpire's legs.
Chris Bosio, the pitching coach for the Cubs, is going to come out and have a conversation with Jake Arrieta, who's at 93 pitches. Score that a wild pitch, allowing the runners to move up. Cesar Hernandez can come through with a base hit here. This Cubs ball game again.
Surprising that the Cubs have not got anyone up yet.
Now they're starting to stir, it looks like, a little bit. Arrieta has been good tonight. And a little bit of a jam here in the bottom of the 7th. Got the first 2 guys out, Altair and Ashe, but a walk to Carlos Ruiz. And then a pinch hit single by Brian Bogusevic, and a wild pitch gets them to second and third. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Hernandez. Line drive to right field. Going back on it is Jackson, and he's got a beat on it. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. So, Phillies threaten but do not score here in the bottom of the 7th. Conversation with Arrieta seemed to have worked. We'll head to the 8th. It's 5-1. lineup ever. Shop Nissan.com. By McDonald's. Double the lovin' at McDonald's with a double cheeseburger and small fry, just $2.50. McDonald's. I'm loving it. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Top of the 8th on a perfect night for baseball here in Philadelphia. Cubs with a 5-1 lead. Matt, it's time now for our defensive play of the game.
Well, it came back in the 4th inning. Altair hits a ground ball to Russell, who makes a bad throw to second, but Castro does a nice job with the short hop, keeping his foot on the bag, and getting the force play of Ryan Howard out at second base. After review, they showed that he was on the bag, and that's your Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Nicely done. Genmar Gomez is the new pitcher for the Phils, appearing in his 59th game, 2-3 with an ERA of 2.93. Right-hander will face David Ross to lead it off for the Cubs. Ross 0 for 3. First one is outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Gomez has to keep it at 5-1. That's his charge right now. Phil's 2 more at bats to try and get back in this one. Nice breaking ball over for a strike. It's 1-1. Take a look at our Toyota Major League scoreboard. Big series in the Bronx. Blue Jays and Yankees, and the Blue Jays with a 5-0 lead in the top of the 1st. Josh Donaldson. Well, no hits for the Yankees. They haven't had a chance yet. But it is 5-0. Josh Donaldson keeps on keeping on as Ross goes down swinging. He'll strike out for Genmar Gomez as the first out of the inning here in the top of the 8th.
The Blue Jays have David Price on the mound.
That'll help. I think 5 spotted in the first will be enough for him.
You know, in that ballpark, you never know.
Jake Arrieta is coming out to bat for himself here in the top of the 8th. A little bit surprising, maybe, keeping him in at this point.
On a 5-1 lead. He hasn't thrown, what, less than 100 pitches?
He's close, but yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And outside and low. It's 1-1. 94 pitches so far for Arrieta.
And I figured when they had the pitching coach going out to have a little conversation and no one was warming up.
Yeah.
And he threw the next pitch and got out of the inning. He's good to go.
I just think, you know, they got a lot of baseball still to play. And it's on the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-2.
I think you just answered your question. They have a lot of baseball to go, and they have more faith in him on the mound right now because he's pitching well.
Okay, I'll buy it. Well, he's going to step in against Genmar Gomez. 1-2. And fouls that one off. Every time the Phillies retire the opposing team 1-2-3, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the official entertainment provider of the Philadelphia Phillies. 2 times tonight, Phillies pitchers were able to do that. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strikeout number 10 for Phil's pitching. Second one for Genmar Gomez as Arrieta goes down swinging. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th, and that'll bring up Addison Russell. Russell doubled in his last at bat, knocking in a couple of runs back in the 6th inning. And takes that first pitch over for a strike.
Yeah, that hit in the 6th inning was the big double.
Yeah.
And it was 2-1 that time, but he got up in first pitch after Neris walked the pitcher.
Right down that left field line. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Here it is in the 6th inning. First pitch swinging. And right into the left field corner. That played it 2. That was the big blow. The Cubs were up 2-1 at the time. There were 2 outs in the inning, and that kind of broke it open, made it 4-1. But Jemar Gomez is ahead of Russell right now, 0-2. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No. So that makes it 1-2 now. 2 outs. And Gomez gets his sign. 1-2 pitch. Outside for a ball. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. So Jemar Gomez comes in the 8th and strikes out the side. The 11th strikeout for Phil's pitching tonight. And a reminder, we're playing 2 tonight, just like the great Ernie Banks once said in the Cubs uniform. We got some food grilling up for game 2. Tuesday and Wednesday, all 3 games at 7:05. Boy, oh boy, are they having their troubles right now. But the Phils can do some more damage to the Washington Nationals' hopes for a postseason spot. You can order your tickets now at Phillies.com and come on out to the ballpark and catch some of those games early next week. Still 3 more with the Chicago Cubs in this series after this one is all said and done. Freddie Galvis will step in here in the bottom of the 8th. Jake Arrieta still out there on the mound for the Phils. Pitch number 95 is over for a strike. It'll be Galvis, Herrera, and Francoeur here in the 8th. Check swing. And yeah, he went, says the third base umpire, Eric Cooper. So it's quickly 0-2 to Freddie Galvis. He's 0 for 3 on the evening so far. And there's a little bit of action now in the bullpen for the Cubs. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Slicing foul. And it remains 0-2. That's Justin Grimm warming up. We'll most likely see him in the 9th. The 0-2 pitch. Line drive, ground ball, back to the shortstop. Up with it is Russell, and he throws out Galvis. A reminder, stay tuned after this game when Marlon Anderson provides his analysis of Game 1 plus a preview for Game 2 of tonight's Twin Bill. It's only on Cure Auto Insurance presents Phillies post-game live. Tucked neatly in between Game 1 and Game 2 right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Greg Murphy alongside Matt Stairs. Leslie Goodell with us as well. Tom McCarthy on assignment this weekend. So we'll handle the duties for the weekend. Odubel Herrera is your batter and takes that pitch high and outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Herrera, a couple ground balls to the first baseman Anthony Rizzo tonight, and a strikeout as well. That one's over for a strike. It's 1-1.
Herrera's not picking the ball up out of Arrieta's hand at all. That was a changeup right down the middle. He jumped back thinking it was way inside because he has that crossfire.
Fouls that one out of play. Well, you know, we started the game by telling you just how difficult Arrieta is to hit for left-handers. Yeah. Best in baseball, 164 coming into tonight's game. Opponents batting against left-handing batters against Jake Arrieta. So Herrera's not alone when it comes to
no,
left-handers that are struggling against this guy. He has a sign, the 1-2 pitch. It's sign outside for a ball. It's 2-2.
In fact, lefties tonight are 2 for 17. About 2 for 18 with Morgan striking out.
So that's about right. Yeah.
Hernandez and Bogasevic both have singles.
Arrieta gets his sign. And here's the 2-2 pitch. It's high for a ball. It's 3-2 now.
I guess it would have been a lot easier for me to count the right-handed hits since we only have 5 on the board.
About the same. Here you see Jeff Francoeur. He has one of those base hits tonight. He waits on deck. 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. Cubs with a 5-1 lead. And swing and a miss, and he got it. So Odubel Herrera struck out for the second time tonight, and that's the second out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, this is just nasty. 3-2. It's a hard slider, throws it as hard as he can at 90. And once again, we see a left-hander swinging over top of that pitch.
You see Jake Arrieta and what he's been able to do tonight. 13 groundouts, 4 flyouts, and 6 Ks. A pretty good night for him, for sure. So Jeff Francoeur steps in and takes that one inside for a ball. It's 1-0. I mentioned Francoeur with one of the hits. Also lined out to center field in his last at bat. 1 for 3. And he lines that one to right field, and that one will drop in for it. Francoeur thought it was going to go foul. Got a little bit of a late start, but
Francoeur had no idea where that ball went.
Oh, is that what it was? I've hit golf balls like that.
This is where you swing hard and go to right and go, okay, where'd it go?
I'm sure the dugout's yelling, run.
Oh, it's a sweet knock right there.
Run, Frenchie, run. And he did. That's a base hit for Jeff Francoeur, his second of the night. And that'll bring up Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard 0 for 3 tonight. It would be nice to see him turn on one right here. Arrieta checks out Francoeur over at first. Pitch. Line outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Fouled straight back. 1-1. Phillies have some action in the bullpen. Colton Murray starting to loosen up. There he is, the right-hander. Pete McCannon looks on, hoping that his big left-hander can do some damage right here in the bottom of the 8th. Give the Phillies offense a little bit of life. Ross sets up outside and pitches outside for a ball. It's 2-1. Outside again. 3-1 to Ryan Howard. One pitch is swung through by Howard. It's 3-2. So a full count to Ryan Howard. Jeff Francoeur down at first. 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. Aaron Altair waits on deck.
Comes that hard slider down and in.
Pitch, swing and a miss, and he got it. Ryan Howard strikes out to end the 8th. And Phillies leave one on. 7th strikeout of the night for Jake Arrieta. Nasty slider. Cubs lead at 5-1. In the community, as well as perform duties on the field. And here's what you need to do: softball experience, fun and outgoing personality, and you have to be 18 years or older. You send your resume and a 2-minute video, a DVD or on YouTube, demonstrating your softball skills and why you would make a great Phillies ball girl. Applications are due by September 28th. And you can send them to ballgirls@phillies.com or ballgirlapplicant, 1 Citizens Bank Way, Philadelphia, PA, 19148. Qualified applicants will be notified of the tryout date. There's some of the active ball girls right now. Great way to spend the summer. You're a big baseball fan. They're a great, terrific softball player. They do some great stuff out and about in the community as well. So if you're interested, get that application in. Colton Murray is the new pitcher for the Phils, appearing in his 4th game. He's logged 3 innings so far up here in the big leagues. Allowed 4 hits. Has 3 strikeouts as well. And he's going to face the top of the Cubs order, Dexter Fowler. Lead it off. Fowler's 2 for 4. And that first pitch is over for a strike. 95 on that fastball. that one, slices it foul. So it's 0-2 now to Dexter Fowler. It'll be Fowler, Austin Jackson, and Chris Bryant here in the top of the ninth for the Cubs, who have a 5-1 lead in game one of this twilight doubleheader.
You can see Chooch wanted that curveball bounced. He bounced it, and Chooch kind of pointed back out to him like, hey, that's where I want it. That's a good location with 2 strikes.
Trying to get Fowler chasing. 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Murray. Just inside for a ball. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he got it. So another strikeout for Colton Murray, and Phil's pitching tonight. It's first out of the inning here in the top of the ninth. They'll bring up Austin Jackson.
Last 7 outs. They're all come by 6 of them by strikeouts.
You will take that for sure. Well, Jackson will step in. He doubled earlier in the game, back in the 5th inning. 1 for 4. First pitch for Murray is a foul over the Phillies dugout. And it's 0-1. So Colton Murray pitching ahead. Murray has his sign. There's the 0-1 pitch. Foul ball. So Jackson steps back in. Murray's ahead in the count 0-2. High for a ball. It's 1-2. Already 12 strikeouts for the Phillies pitching tonight. You see Cahill has joined Grimm out there in the bullpen for the Cubs. 1-2 pitch is fouled off and just in and out of the glove of Carlos Ruiz, so they'll do it again.
Nice velocity tonight, 94, 95.
Yeah.
Showing the sign of nice curveball as well.
That's a ground ball to shortstop. Freddie Galvis charges. He's up and he fires, and that's the second out of the inning. 6-3 goes the putout for out number 2 here in the top of the ninth. And Chris Bryant will be your batter. Bryant has struck out 3 times tonight, but he also has a 2-run double for his franchise record, rookie record, 87th RBI of the season. First pitch to Bryant is in on the hands and looped out into left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. That was a good pitch by Murray, but Bryant's able to fight it off. Gets himself over the first base.
That was good location. Ball way inside. Yeah, he just tucks his hands inside the baseball. That one ball almost would have hit him in the back thigh.
Well, that'll bring up Anthony Rizzo, the left-hander. Bryant will take his lead off first. Colton Murray trying to shut the Cubs down here in the top of the ninth with 2 outs already. Chases Bryant back with a throw over to first.
About 100 over there. Handcuffed to Ryan Howard.
Carlos Ruiz put down the sign. Murray from the stretch. It's over for a strike. Nice pitch on the outside corner. Back. 0-2 on Anthony Rizzo.
Interesting shift that they have on Rizzo. Cesar Hernandez is playing like you're playing a normal left-handed pull hitter, but they're giving up the middle, like basically straightaway second base. Freddie's still playing on the shortstop side. Huge hole though.
That one is fouled back. Does that have anything to do with how hard Murray throws, you think, or?
Well, I think it all has to go back to looking at the scouting report. You know, he's a fly ball hitter. When he does hit ground balls, he gets out and hooks everything towards, towards first or a little bit to the right of first base.
And you can see Galvis is playing just to the shortstop side of the second base bag. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's just fouled. Do it again.
Yeah, usually you have Freddie would end up playing over on this side here, but you can see where he's playing on this side is short.
And chases Bryant back. Rizzo's 0 for 4 tonight. Excuse me, 0 for 3. Walked back in the first inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that is sliced down the left field line. Foul. Do it again.
And that's why it's nowadays the game is amazing, because you have all these sheets on where people hit on certain pitches. He's had 570 plate appearances this year. They have a sheet on every single plate appearance.
Yep.
Lefty, righty, no balls, 2 strikes, even in the count, behind in the count, where guys are playing, majority of ground balls, fly balls that are hit. I mean, that book right there probably is bigger than a playbook in NFL.
He fouls that one off too. And Joe Madden is pouring over it, him and his coaching staff, because he puts a lot of stock into that kind of thing.
Yes, he does.
And has since he's taken over as a big league skipper. The bulk of it down there in Tampa. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Carlos Ruiz able to hold on for the 3rd out of the inning. Rizzo doesn't like it, tosses the bat. Colton Murray gets the strikeout. So we'll head to the bottom of the 9th. Phils have some work to do. They trail the Cubs 5-1. One last chance. WB Mason deliveries of the game, Matt.
Well, we're going to talk about doubles today. Back in the 5th inning, Austin Jackson, 2-out double down the left field line, scoring Fowler from first base that was running on the play. Chris Bryant follows with a double to left center just over the pass of Freddie Galveston at shortstop. Then we jump into the 6th inning. Addison Russell with 1 out. He gets a fastball off Neris, driven down the left field line, driving 2 runs there, making the score there at the point 4-1. Those are your WB Mason deliveries of the game.
And that is the difference in this one. A couple of big 2-out hits, and Cubs have a 5-1 lead. They added a solo home run by Starlin Castro a little bit later in the game in the 7th inning. So Justin Grimm will come in and hope to shut down the Phils. The Phils hoping to get some base runners and get back in this one. Grimm appearing in his 53rd game of the season. And Aaron Altair will be the first to face him. Altair is responsible for the Phillies' only run, a solo shot back in the 2nd. 1-4-3. At this point in the game, it is all about getting on base for the Phillies. Only 1 pitch is outside for a ball. It's 1-1. 112 pitches for Jake Arrieta, 70 strikes. He was good tonight. It's the 1-1 pitch. It's a little bit high for a ball. It's 2-1. Arrieta was good, Matt, but I thought the Phils had some chances, and they weren't able to get that one big hit that would have got them back into the game.
I would agree with you 100%, Murph. That's the reason why the guy has a 1.99 ERA and knows how to pitch.
Now it's fouled back.
You know, when he was in trouble, it happened to be versus when lefties were hitting.
Yeah.
And he went to his bread and butter pitch, was that hard slider down and into left-handers.
So here's the 2-2 pitch to Altair, and swing and a miss, and he got him. That's the first out of the inning. Don't forget, this is game 1 of the Twilight doubleheader here at Citizens Bank Park. Game 2 will start about 30 minutes after this one ends. And you have Phillies post-game live, of course, right in between game 1 and game 2. Marlon Anderson and Michael Barkan back there in the studio. We'll break this one down and get you ready for game number 2. Cody Ashley steps in for the left side, takes that first pitch outside for a ball. It's 1-0. It'll be Ashe and Carlos Ruiz. And then hopefully a pinch hitter for the Phils. And that's swung on a base hit the middle. So a base runner for the Phils. Cody Ashe with his second hit of the night. A little bit of life for the Phils, and Andres Blanco comes out on the on-deck circle, so he will be your pinch hitter. Carlos Ruiz steps into the box. Carlos with the base hit back in the 3rd. Walked also in the 7th, so 1 for 2 tonight. There's Blanco. Pitch to Carlos is over for a strike. Good curveball right there.
Big old curveball.
Yeah. Check swing by Carlos, and he went around, says Ben May down there at first base. So it's quickly 0-2. Grimm to Chooch. Take a look.
Yeah, unfortunately he did.
Justin Grimm has his sign. The 0-2 pitch goes in the dirt. We're also able to keep it in front of him, but he actually can't go anywhere. Grimm, 27 years old, born in Bristol, Virginia. Ross wants to have a conversation with Grimm. Just trying to get on the same page.
Yeah, what they want to throw here, they've thrown a couple of breaking balls. Justin Grimm has a good fastball. We'll top out at 97. We've seen a couple of very good curveballs, and he also has a very good slider as well, a hard slider.
From the stretch. There's the 1-2 pitch. And swing and a miss, and he got him. Another check swing for Carlos, but he knew he went around on that one, and that's another strikeout for Cubs pitching. And that's the second out of the inning. So the Phils are down to their final out.
Well, that's just a hard overhand curveball. Chute's not picking the rotation up, and seeing a couple of check swings out of the curveball.
So 2 outs, runner on first, and that'll bring up Andres Blanco as your pinch hitter. He's been good in this role all season long. Ranks first in all of baseball in extra base hits as a pinch hitter. He's got 7 of them. First pitch is just outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Second in doubles. Third in total bases as well. He's come through time and time again. Let's see if he can do it here. There goes Cody Ashley, and that one's grounded right to Rizzo at first base. He's up with it. He touches the bag for the final out. And that's going to do it, as the Phils will fall in game 1 here in Philadelphia. First of 2 here, the twin bill doubleheader. 5-1 is your final. Jake Arrieta, one mistake to Aaron Altair, who was able to hit that solo home run, but he was really, really good. And he has 8 consecutive wins. He's won 11 wins. He is our Chevrolet player of the game. He has 19 wins now on the season. That's best in baseball. And he's the first Cub to win 8 consecutive starts since Pappas did 11 straight back in 1972. What'd you like out of Arrieta, Matt?
Pretty much everything. I thought that he was, really when he needed to be. He had a very good changeup as ball. But I was very impressed with the slider tonight, especially the left-handed hitters. Keep them off balance all night. And that's why he's your Chevrolet player of the game.
So 5-1 is your final. As we mentioned, game 2 coming up in about 30 minutes. But we'll come back and put a wrap on this one in just a minute.